From Studio 16 in the heart of Santa Monica, this is Santa Monica Weekly with your hosts, Chris Baelish and Veronica Castro. On this week's show,
I'm DeMarcus Eckford, and find out why I'm here at Santa Monica Pier for a certain prize with Group
3766.
I'm Nico Payne at the West LA Krav Maga facility. Join us as we learn self-defense.
These SMC cheerleaders have over 6.5 million views on YouTube. We'll tell you why coming up next.
Hi everyone, this is Santa Monica Weekly. Thanks for joining us. I'm Chris Baelish.
And I'm Veronica Castro. We begin with one of the largest volunteer events in Southern California and in the country.
Reporter DeMarcus Eckford takes us to this year's Coastal Cleanup Day.
I'm DeMarcus Eckford here at the Santa Monica Pier for Coastal Cleanup Day 2015.
Coastal Cleanup Day is the world's largest volunteer day. So all around the world, people are picking up trash in their waterways. So here in LA, Heal the Bay has 50 different sites where we're picking up trash, including the Santa Monica Pier where you're at. We have scuba divers out there in the ocean. We have kayakers down in the marina. We have people cleaning up the LA River, Compton Creek, all over LA. So the point is to, of course, pick up the trash. We want to keep our environment clean, but we also educate people about where the trash came from and how they can be better environmental stewards.
The majority of the beach trash and the ocean pollution actually comes from inland sources. So any trash that's on the street, the next time it rains, it all gets flushed out into the ocean. And another thing that most people don't realize is that it does not get treated. So then it's just all trash, oil, chemicals, anything that was on the streets inland gets washed away with the first rain, and all that trash washes on shore.
It's a really great way for people to network and actually work as a team and give back to their community.
So today is basically the one day of the year you can dive by the Santa Monica Pier. So it's an opportunity for people around the area to get involved by cleaning up. We managed to find a couple cool things, mostly like bags of Fritos and whatnot, but
yeah, a lot of bags of chips.
A lot of bags of Fritos.
So we go out there in groups and they set up the whole thing. We bring our own gear and we just go out there and do, an underwater beach cleanup basically.
I've been site captain for this particular site for 10 years now. We've got probably about 1,500 volunteers today. I decided to start it because I brought my family down to the beach one day and I could not believe that there are trash cans like every 15 to 20 feet, and yet you find cigarette butts, plastic containers, broken sunglasses. People just are not putting the trash in the trash cans like they should be.
The least we can do to reward people for spending the morning cleaning up the beach is to let them into the aquarium for free. All the animals we have in there are local animals here from the Santa Monica Bay. So basically when they come in there after cleaning the beach, it's like, hey, these are the specific animals that you just helped save.
It's been a hot day, but we got through it. I'm DeMarcus Eckford with Channel 16 Santa Monica Weekly at
Heal the Bay!
This year, 9,475 volunteers removed 21,000 pounds of trash. Over the past 26 years, volunteers have collected about 1.7 million pounds of garbage. Nice work.
Well, Santa Monica is one of the safest cities in the country. Nevertheless, it's always a good idea to be prepared.
And that's why Santa Monica Police Department teamed up with Krav Maga worldwide to offer free self-defense classes this month.
Reporter Nico Payne suited up and learned a few moves.
Santa Monica Police Department is teaming up with Krav Maga worldwide to offer free self-defense classes.
What we showed is as a free service for the community. We want to reach out to the community. So it's good for just our relationship with the community, number one. And then really we want them to leave with something. And a big part of it is just as awareness, if nothing else. That they start looking around and being aware of their surroundings and trying to avoid dangerous types of areas and to give them some true self-defense techniques that could really someday save their life.
So it's very important for women in particular to know how to defend themselves in case of anything. And when I'm with my dogs by myself, I want to know that I can protect myself if I need to. I think what's really important about the offering today is it makes it accessible to everyone. If you go online, a self-defense class like this could be $300. But I'm here today for free thanks to the Santa Monica Police Department offering.
And do you feel safer so far taking these classes?
You want to try me out and see?
I'll take that as a yes. I was not able to put her moves to the test. Instead, I was partnered with the lovely Judy.
I've been wanting to do a self-defense class for a long time. I'm in my decade of life, and it's time for me to learn some self-defense, and I have been afraid. And so I've wanted to do this. This is more valuable at the age I am now than when I was younger. And I want my daughter to take this, my granddaughter to take this, and I feel stronger. I feel less afraid of being outside in the dark.
And we learned how to use our voice as a tool.
Stop! Get away from me!
Before having to use our fists.
I would recommend this to everyone. It's essential. I don't think it's an option. It was fun also. It really was a satisfying feeling to do this and to know that our body can work for us. Aren't I scary? I'm so frightening. I just learned to do that.
Now, if you want to sign up for self-defense classes, you can head over to Krav Maga Worldwide website. For Santa Monica Weekly, I'm Nico Payne.
You can try out Krav Maga for yourself this Saturday, October 3rd at West LA Krav Maga from 3 to 5 p.m. To learn more about local self-defense classes, visit santamonicapd.org.
And as you know, Santa Monica College is one of the finest community colleges in the nation.
But did you know their cheerleading squad is also top-notch and nationally ranked?
As I found out firsthand, these young men and women do a whole lot more than cheers. Being on a competitive cheer team is not an easy job, and these Santa Monica College cheerleaders proved just that when they filmed a video showing people trying cheerleading for the very first time.
We had a group of people that had never cheered before, and they got to interact and try stunts, tumbling, dance, and cheers. And they came in with a very positive attitude, trying something for the first time, because I know it can be difficult. And when anybody's positive, you can do anything.
The video went viral, and within its first day, it hit over 3 million views.
Cheerleading is one of the only growing sports in the U.S. Our industry is getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and it expands many, many areas and fields. I had one young lady that was maybe 13 years old, and she came up and said my full name and asked to take my picture. I could have hugged her for days. It was the cutest thing ever.
The last 2 years, the SMC Cheer Team was ranked top 5 in the nation, and they're currently training for competition season in January.
My favorite part being on this team is my coach, Jessie. She is an amazing human being. She has this special gift to pull talent out of people. She's very driven. She knows where she wants to get us, and she will get us to nationals where we want to be. And especially for me, being on the nationals floor and getting recognized by all these other universities is my main goal.
I joined Santa Monica Cheerleading because it's the only program like this around at a community college. It offers a lot of opportunities to cheer like you're at an actual university without paying university fees.
And another thing that's awesome about these Santa Monica...
Not to put you on the spot, but I heard you cheered in high school.
I did cheer in high school.
Well, here's a shirt. We're going to put you in a stunt right now.
Great. What?
And even though it had been a really long time since I was a cheerleader and I was secretly terrified, I decided to give it a shot.
Cradle, ready? 1, 2. That's supposed to go a lot worse.
So Cameron, is there any advice for someone that may be thinking about trying out for this team?
I say commit fully. No matter how far away you live, I live an hour away and I still drive here every Monday and Wednesday to be here. It gives so many opportunities and so much college experience with cheerleading. You won't regret it.
So if you want more information on this incredible team, check them out on social media at Santa Monica College Cheerleading.
You can see the SMC cheerleaders at home football and basketball games, and you were amazing. Very well done.
Thank you. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll tell you about some exciting events happening in Santa Monica, including an inexpensive way to get your chili fix at this year's annual Santa Monica Farmers Chili Roast.
And don't forget, please follow us on Facebook, where we post about all the fun and important events in our city. # Santa Monica Weekly. We'll be right back.
It's a wireless world out there, so be sure to stay connected with Santa Monica. Follow us on Twitter for the latest announcements. Receive instant updates on activities citywide. Like us on Facebook and join in on the conversation. Stay connected with your city. And don't miss a tweet.
Who knows what gratitude means? Nicholas?
To be thankful.
Writing letters to our military is a great way to say thank you for their service.
Frisco! Somebody loves you.
Dear soldier, thank you for keeping me safe. You're my hero.
To donate or send a care package to America's heroes, visit OperationGratitude.com.
Riding a bicycle can seem like child's play.
But only if you're playing indoors. Cars and bikes need to play together.
Play it safe. Ride by the rules.
Hey, share the road.
Discover 30 years of opera in Santa Monica. Discover the Verdi Chorus.
Welcome back to Santa Monica Weekly, your best source for all the fun things happening around town.
So let's talk about some upcoming events that you might want to check out, starting with Chili's.
I love
Remember,
Chili's.
me too. Chili's are ready to harvest and they're so tasty. So the Santa Monica Pico Farmers Market is holding their annual chili roast. It happens in Virginia Avenue Park every Saturday in October. It starts at 9 in the morning and runs until about 1 in the afternoon or until the chilies run out. So make sure you get there early and stock up. Any chilies that you don't eat can be frozen for later. For more information, go to Santa Monica's farmersmarket.smgov.net.
And if your children are creative and they have good art or design skills, they could win some cash and have their designs seen by thousands. The Santa Monica Public Library is holding a library card design contest. Amateur artists of all ages are invited to submit their original designs. There are 3 categories: youth, teen, and adult. Winners will receive a $125 gift card, and their designs will appear on library cards. How cool is that? The deadline is October 10th. For more information and all the details, visit smpl.org.
Sustainability and the environment are things that matter to everyone in Santa Monica, and water usage and conservation are near the top of the list. They're also the subject of a fascinating documentary showing at the Aero Theater on September 30th. Santa Monica's Office of Sustainability and the Environment have partnered with Sustainable Works to present the film titled Damnation. The first 100 Santa Monica residents and the first 100 high school and college students to register online get in for free. For details and ticket information, visit sustainablesm.org or damnationfilm.com.
Well, Santa Monica is one of the best cities for bicycling in the world, and cyclists will want to check out a big event happening next month. The 2nd annual Santa Monica Bicycle Expo returns on Saturday and Sunday, October 10th and 11th. It happens on the Santa Monica Pier and the beach by the bicycle path. This is a free event. There will be dozens of cycling exhibitors, live DJs, demo rides, and entertainment, and the Tour of Santa Monica non-competitive bike race. For all the details, visit smbicycleexpo.com.
And a lot of people want to declutter the house by getting rid of old paper files, bank statements, and so on. But some of those papers have personal information on them, like account numbers. So here's a solution. The city is offering free paper shredding and electronics recycling. On October 10th, just bring your boxes of old files and papers to the city yards at 2500 Michigan Avenue. Documents will be commercially shredded by trained, licensed, and bonded document destruction specialist. The time is 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. The service is free of charge. Call 310-458-2223 for more information.
Well, Santa Monica's beautiful fall weather is perfect for watching an outdoor movie down by the ocean. So every Friday during October, head down to the pier for Front Porch Cinema Series. You can enjoy food, fun, drinks, and some great movies. On October 9th, the film is Big Hero 6. On the 16th, it's Imitation Game. On the 23rd, Guardians of the Galaxy. And on October 30th, the comedy classic Ghostbusters. Music starts at 6 p.m. Movies start at 7:30.
And next time you're in the grocery store or shopping online, remember these 3 words. I've got 7. I've got 7 is a slogan for disaster preparedness. It refers to a couple of things. First, everyone should have at least 7 days of food and water on hand in case of an emergency. And second, it refers to a list of 7 steps to prepare for any type of disaster. Stock up on items like flashlights, a radio, first aid kit. Some extra cash, clothing, and important documents should be handy. And have contact information for loved ones and city services written down in case cell phones and computers don't work. Visit smgov.net for more information.
Hack the Beach is coming back, and the City of Santa Monica wants your help to make it the best event yet. Hack the Beach is designed to help technology and government team up to solve problems and make life easier for everyone. So the city is launching Hack the Beach, the contest, to seek proposals for ideas, apps, processes, or technology to help improve life in the city. If you have some ideas, come to our happy hour and panel discussion on October 6th to get details about the contest and how your idea can help make Santa Monica better.
It's time for a quick break, and when we come back, there's a new type of crime on the rise nationwide, and it's probably not something that you would expect. We'll explain coming up.
And don't forget, a great way to stay informed about what's happening in our city is to follow us on Twitter, hashtag Santa Monica Weekly. We'll be right back.
Care packages give hope while you're away fighting battles. But what happens when battles follow you home? JVS Veterans First helps returning soldiers transition to civilian life with services such as peer support, career counseling, and job training.
JVS Veterans First can help. Own your honor.
Visit jvsla.org for more information.
The Santa Monica Museum of Art. Take a closer look.
Hey Mom, yes I'm home. Saved you some dinner.
Plan now for a major earthquake. Contact the Santa Monica Office of Emergency Management. Don't be caught in the dark.
At the Boys and Girls Club of Santa Monica, we build long-lasting relationships with our kids.
Love. Friendships.
Support. Trust.
Learning. I know. Fun.
All that and a lot more.
We're not just a club. We're a family.
Great futures start here.
Welcome back to Santa Monica Weekly. There is a new type of crime that's on the rise nationwide and right here in Santa Monica, and it's probably not something that you would expect or prepare for.
Joining us to talk more about this is Eric Milosevic from the Santa Monica Police Department. Welcome to Studio 16.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for coming in. So what is it? What is this new type of crime we're talking about?
Catalytic converter theft, which has actually been around for quite some time. It kind of ebb and flows, but we've seen an uptake of it recently in the last 3 or 4 months where people have their catalytic converters stolen from their vehicles.
So, I mean, most people, including myself, may not know what a catalytic converter is. Can you explain that?
So a catalytic converter, it's part of the exhaust system. It's been mandatory for vehicles to have it on the vehicle since 1975. So again, they've been around for a little while, and they contain precious metals. That's why the thieves are taking them. So it can have platinum, palladium, or rhodium in the converter, so that's why thieves go after it. And there's really been a little uptake in precious metals recently. So now, whenever that happens, we're going to see an uptake in the theft of the catalytic converters.
So the catalytic converter, if it's part of the exhaust, is on the bottom of the car.
Correct.
So the thieves come and get underneath the car somehow? How does this work?
Yeah, they crawl right underneath the car. So a lot of times we see vehicles that are maybe four-wheel drives, vehicles that are uplifted, get the catalytic converters stolen because they'll get right underneath there. But surprisingly, even Hondas, the RAV4s, they sit up a little bit, but even Honda Accords, Different cars that you'll see that aren't even that high off the ground. They're crawling underneath there, and
But it's
stealing
metal.
the
How do they get
converters.
it off?
So they have, usually it's saws, cordless, electric, chargeable saws. So they'll go into there and saw them off. So one thing we tell neighbors when we go out in their neighborhood watch program and say, hey, if you hear a saw going off in the middle of the night, give us a call, because there's a chance this is going on. A lot of times, and we've had neighbors will go out there after a theft has occurred, and a witness will say, you know, I heard something at night, but I didn't pay much attention to it, because they're not thinking someone's stealing my catalytic converter.
Right.
Right. So we ask and we try to get the word out there that if you do hear that buzzing saw kind of sound going off in the middle of the night, please give us a call immediately so we can get out there.
So once they go through all the trouble of getting it, what do they do with it?
So they sell it. Because of the metals, they sell it. They can go to different used parts stores or junkyards, and a lot of times they'll offer them $100 to $150 for the part. However, when you go to try to get it replaced, it's going to cost you anywhere from $1,500 to $2,000 to get it replaced.
Wow.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. So what can we do to try to prevent this type of theft?
Well, one is just being aware. That's why we're trying to get the message out there, being aware. So parking your car if you can. Obviously, best if you can have a garage, but not all of us have garages. But if you could park it in a well-lit area, for one. And there are ways you can get safety parts on the catalytic converter, anti-theft parts. Or you could go to your mechanic, and they can actually weld the catalytic converter to the frame. Or we're having a program as well where you can go out and we actually paint the converter. We paint it a bright orange, and then we etch your license plate number on the converter as a preventive measure. The theft crawls underneath the car and bam, there's this bright orange catalytic converter. They're not bright orange. And they know that if they get caught with this, and if it is painted and the license plate number is on there, that they could get charged with possession of stolen property.
Now, how do you know if it's gone? Since it's underneath the car.
So you'll know. Yeah. As soon as you turn your car on, it'll sound like a Harley Davidson. It's real loud sound underneath the car. It's just an open exhaust system at that point.
Oh, terrible.
You can still drive it, even though it sounds horrific. You can drive it to your mechanic, even though it sounds that way. You may get pulled over, and then you just tell them. The officer will probably know, oh, you lost your catalytic converter, didn't you? You know. But again, you can drive it to the mechanic, even though it's making this horrible sound.
Now, you mentioned earlier that you have those etch and catch events,
Yes.
but I heard that the one you're having is already sold out. Will you be holding more events?
Yes, it got sold out, which we're really excited about. This is our first one, so we're going to see how this one goes. If things go well, which we plan on it will, then more than likely we will have others, just because we were really surprised how quickly it sold out.
Are there other places you can get the etching done?
The etch and catch, you could go to your mechanic and ask them to do it. It's really pretty simple what we do. It's just getting underneath the vehicle, this difficult part. But again, we're etching the license plate number onto the catalytic converter and then painting it a bright orange with special paint for hot temperature paint. But yeah, so you could definitely go to your mechanic and ask them to do it.
Any place can probably do it. Okay.
True.
So the event is called Etch and Catch, but
Etch
what
and
happens
catch.
to the criminals if they do get caught? Is it a felony or?
Yes, I was actually talking to our detective this morning who handles these cases, and he says typically that they're booked for grand theft. Again, they can only get $100 to maybe $200 at the most when they sell them. However, the cost to replace it is going to be $1,400, $2,000 to replace it. So therefore, it's booked as grand theft. Also, sometimes they could get charged with conspiracy if they're working together. Burglary tools is a common one. And then if someone is caught, some of these junkyards are caught with a lot of them, and they see that they're painted and they're etched, and that's why we really like to do that, because if they get caught with one that's painted and etched, it's really hard for them to say, well, I didn't know it was stolen.
Yeah.
Right.
All right, so that's why another thing about the etch and catch program we really like is then they go to court and they have these painted catalytic converters. It's great evidence for us against them. So not only is the thief, but the people that are taking these parts could be charged.
Absolutely.
So I want to talk about the types of vehicles that are most frequently targeted. You mentioned some SUVs that sit up higher.
Right.
It's obviously easier for them to get underneath the vehicle. Any makes, models, or brands that are
well, like we said, I don't know why, but Hondas, we've seen a lot of Hondas. The RAV4s have been
Toyota
on there.
RAV4, Honda, you said the Accord, so
Honda
all makes of
Accords.
Hondas?
Really, it's all makes and models of vehicles. Because again, 1975, it's mandatory that these catalytic converters be on there. So they're under there. The thieves sometimes will get used to going to certain vehicles and getting them. Even some diesel vehicles, they also have them. So some diesel trucks were getting hit pretty hard because I believe they're a little bit larger catalytic converters. So they have saving some more of the precious metals inside.
So for people who don't know that much about cars, what does it look like exactly? It's about yay long and
maybe a little bit smaller.
Tailpipe?
It looks similar to a muffler.
Okay.
If you look under the vehicle, if you know what a muffler looks like, it's similar. And so when you look under the vehicle, you'll see the muffler and the catalytic converter.
But they're different.
So it almost looks like two mufflers, really.
Okay.
But yes, one of them is the catalytic converter. They're usually kind of a brighter metal, usually, but yeah, about yay big, kind of oval shaped.
Got it.
So all this is new information for me. I'm still trying to wrap my head around it.
Yeah.
What about like good old-fashioned car break-ins? Is that still a problem? Is that still happening?
Unfortunately, that still is happening. Yeah, I wish that would just go away, but that is also occurring. So we're trying to get the word out to people as well. Some of the simple things that are common sense to most of us, but we get in a hurry, we leave stuff in the vehicle, and it gets taken. So we're really trying to just an awareness again on that is take your stuff inside with you. We walked through the mall parking structure just to see what was out there, and we were so surprised. We look in the vehicles, there's a laptop, there's a bag.
No way.
Yeah, a laptop right on the front seat of the vehicle.
Wow. I mean, not that it's
bags
an excuse,
in there.
but
Right.
wow.
And I think people just get caught up in their lives going, and they don't think about, I can become a victim. But unfortunately, we have to be really aware of that. Awareness is the key in taking proactive steps.
Right.
So if you can, take it with you. We talk about hiding it, at least put it in your trunk, so they don't look in there and go, oh, wow, there's a laptop right in the front seat. You don't want that to happen. And so yeah, just really the awareness, and lock your vehicles. Surprisingly, a lot of these vehicles that get broken into, they're not even locked.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Wow. So let's switch gears. I want to talk a little bit about you. We know that you're a very busy man. You taught the Krav Maga self-defense classes. You were the host of National Night Out. We've seen photos of you doing yoga.
Yeah.
And then we also have this video of you dancing, which
Is that
was really
me?
impressive, by the way.
Good moves. Those are great moves.
So how important is it, as a Santa Monica police officer, for you to stay involved with the community?
I think it's just immensely important. It's a huge part of my job right now as a neighborhood resource officer, is to have that relationship with the community and to really try to break down some stereotypes. I think that people see police officers in this uniform and sometimes they almost think we're like robots.
Yeah.
And inside this uniform is a person just like the rest of you.
Yeah.
So I really try to break that down. I enjoy dancing. I definitely do.
Can you show us some dance moves?
Sure, I don't know. It looks like the time, we're probably running out of time.
We'll do it at the end.
Okay, at the end, yeah.
But this
if
is
you guys
really-
dance with me, maybe,
sounds good.
all right.
Yeah, no, it was great. The kids loved it, and that's a great thing for the police officers to do in the community. So thank you. And thank you so much for all the work that you and all your fellow officers do to keep us all safe.
Absolutely. Thanks again for being here with us.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Oh, our pleasure, our pleasure.
And once again, the Etch and Catch event is September 30th from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. And you can find all of the details at santamonicapd.org or by calling 310-458-8474.
And you can also find more information on the SMPD's Facebook page, which is facebook.com/Santa Monica PD.
And that's our show for this week. Please join us again next week, and remember to set your DVR to record us, or you can also watch us on our YouTube channel and make sure that you leave some comments.
And be sure to follow us on Instagram for all the updates and information about all the fun things happening in and around town. We'll see you guys next week, right here for another episode of Santa Monica Weekly.
We are seeing an increase in auto burglaries in Santa Monica and nationwide. Thieves are targeting electronics like laptops, MP3 players or tablets, cameras, cell phones, as well as GPS devices and stereos. Be the eyes and ears of the police. If you see a crime in progress, call 911. Most auto burglaries are crimes of opportunity. Don't give anyone an opportunity to make you a victim. Thank you.